I really wanted to take a peek at question 2 though. It says create a, what's that word?
Data representation.
Data representation, showing how the distance adds up over time from day 1 to day 5.5. So let's break down the word data representation. Okay, we haven't got into the problem yet, so your mind might be not quite certain about how you're going to be organizing this. But if I'm asking you to create some type of a visual representation of data over time, meaning from the first day that the soldiers travel all the way to their last day, 5.5 days later, you're going to be having to record that information. Give me an example of what a data representation might be. Okay, Max? Okay. What else? Who else? Reese?
A ball drop.
Okay. Ever?
Maybe a coordinate plane.
Okay. I'm going to do this. Does that work? Okay. Ryder? Okay. Is an area model going to represent data over time? I'm not sure, but I'm going to put it down here because it's a visual representation for sure. But then your group might have to just kind of decipher if that's going to work or not, right? Okay. Think back to fractions. When I ask you to create fraction models or place fractions on a number line, would an open number line potentially work here? Okay. All right. I'm going to do this. Okay. So I will leave it up to your groups to think about the best visual representation. And what I love about it is there's more than one way. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys come up with that.
1 times 3 is 3 halves.
Wait, no.
No, it's an open line.
Yeah,
And then 3 times 3 is 9. And convert that.
would be 1.5. So it's 10.5.
Yes. So number 2 would be 10.5.
Yes. Okay. Olivia, do you want to multiply 4 or times 3.5?
Oh, good improvement. Thanks for adding that unit.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you call this representation?
A line plot
You call it a line plot?
or open line or
Open number line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to say what I would call it. I think that those are both good thoughts, and then maybe when we have a discussion, we'll see what the class would refer to that as.
Okay.
So it is a data representation, and so what are something that you can add so that if someone were to come in, they would understand what do these numbers represent and what do those numbers represent? What
Okay.
might be something you can add?
um
I'm going to leave you with that question, okay? And I'll swing back around.
on day 1.5, they made that. On day 2.5, they did 7 miles. On day 3.5, they made that. And they here they made that. And on day here, they made here, right? So kind of like that. It goes up and up to show how many miles they got. So that's kind of like our model. Yeah, makes sense.
What would you guys call that representation?
A bar graph.
A bar graph. And so I noticed the part of the question right here that says over time. Do you think this is a visual representation that shows like the trend, the change?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
over time.
because they also stopped part way.
Okay,
So
Alright.
like you can show that going like that.
right.
So
Okay.
they get more miles every time.
So here I see you converted this to a decimal, right? And then how did they become whole numbers? Did you use your estimate to place your decimal?
Yes.
Ah.
Change them to whole numbers.
Okay.
And then we got 1,925. And we did 6 times 3 equals 18. And then it wouldn't make sense to do any of those, so we did that.
So 19 and 2500ths. Where else is that represented on your board, Kinsley?
Right here. Yeah. For 19.5 miles.
You guys are really quickly able to go back and forth between those representations. That's great. Good job. Okay, looking good.